Hi, Guido Fox here. Welkom bij een nieuw book report. Today I want to discuss with you this wonderful book from Osho, Inner War and Peace. Inner War and Inner Peace. You can be in one moment, you can be very peaceful, relax. In the other moment, you hate everyone and everything in your surrounding. You know that feeling that you hate anyone around you and that you have a very negative view of people, of things, or the train is late, or you don't like this person in your surroundings. So you're full of hatred, of inner war. And the other moment when you're on a dress and you're relaxed and you drink your coffee, you can enjoy the people in your surroundings. So mood swings is a lot of times in our lives, but a lot of people have mood swings, yes, but also long term hatred, negative views from inside to the outside. So inner war. And that is this book from Osho is about. If you have a lot of inner war, disturbance in your energy, then you attract also negative people and negative events in your life. So karma is indeed a bitch. Mostly people are hateful when they are stressed, when they are very tired. So try to sleep enough hours, try to sleep during the day, some naps, try to take rest and try to do tension-less activities like the sauna or take a warm bath or showering or take a massage or to the sauna or the spa or what kind of things makes you relax. Bring time for that in your life because otherwise inner war is coming there and you never come to peace. And if you live really in an inner war, you also project, and that's what Osho was saying, project the enemy. You see enemies in other persons. So everyone in your surroundings becomes your enemy. And if you are really sensitive, and if you are ready for a long time in meditation of plus minus 2 hours per day, yes, you become very sensitive. So you see also the danger in the eyes of people. So I can recognize in a very early stage, you can see in the eyes of people if they are heavily toxic persons who are full with hatred or jealousy or whatever, and I walk around them to not lose energy there. So if you're really high spiritual, then you also recognize in early stage the negative patterns of people. High spiritual isn't high mirror. I was writing that down here on my paper. So if you're high spiritual, your mirror in society will be also expanding. So if you're not feeling good, you also attract bad vibes and bad people in your surrounding, because your mirror becomes bigger. Why your mirror is becoming bigger? Because you become strong. You become a very strong person, mentally strong, energetic wise strong, if you step in the world of chakra activations and chakra enlightening ecstatic feelings. So if you're into meditation, you will become a very, very strong force, a very strong force in society, a light force in society, and that light force is very strong. And if you're very strong, the resistance will be heavier and stronger too. So if you climb the mountain of the Himalayas, the mountain of consciousness, and you are going higher and higher in your energetic field, yes, also the resistance will be higher and higher and higher and higher and stronger. So that's also something what we have taken into account if you're going higher in spirituality, then the resistance of people, the jealousy of people will increase, the strokes under the water will increase in your life because people wants to get you back to their level. So that's what you see a lot if you're going into spirituality. The resistance will from your surroundings, from your family, from your friends, from your relationship will be increasing. So that is said. They have to be supportive to your life. If not, leave them. If not, leave them. I know you're very sensitive. You're really attached to people, but if the surrounding is not supporting you in your spiritual path, then leave them and find other people who are on the path or on the spiritual path who are going in the same frequencies that you can grow further. So that's all what I want to say about inner war and how to avoid it, and how to go into more high spiritual realms where also you get a lot of resistance. I mean, Jesus was enlightened, and he was 3 years enlightened from 30 to 33, and he was crucified by the political gang, and also were poisoned by the political gang. Socrates was poisoned by the political gang. So when a spiritual guy or a spiritual woman is going on the road, the resistance will be also very, very heavy. So that's the negative part of becoming enlightened, is that the resistance will be also much more heavier, but it is worth it. It is really worth it to feel the crystallization and the ecstaticness in your body. That is very worth it to go in this challengeful path. The second topic, and we talk about not inner war, yes, a little bit about inner war, but also about outer war. And the most outer wars are starting with arguing. We are right, you're not right, or so call that righteousness. Righteousness is a very interesting topic. and righteousness. You grow up probably in the matrix and you see the political debates on television, and that is seems that's your example in life, right? So arguing, and you're arguing with your parents, you're arguing with your sister, you're arguing with your brother, you're arguing with your friends, you're arguing with your colleagues on later term. Yes, no, why? So arguing and righteousness, say or so, is mostly the start of wars. So we listen to each other's views too less, and we arguing too much. I'm not saying not arguing at all, but sometimes it's better to listen, enjoy the silence, just cooking together, just doing your work together, and not arguing so much. It is losing energy to arguing on every point, and mostly it is becoming you live in inner war. So if you live in inner war, you want to argue because you have negative views, you're negative about yourself, and you want to put that hatred feelings, that inner hatred feelings, you want to put that in your outer war. So it's a transfer from inner war to outer war. So he calls that the hidden animal. And you see it also by a lot of religious views, religion, dogmatic religion. This is right, this is wrong. The moral finger work here. So also not only in the matrix, not only your family, not only in politics, but also in your religion, you see a lot of righteousness. This is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, and that makes you a very black-white thinking person. And if you're thinking very black-white and you cannot think about the middle way, then the ego identification with your mind is very strong, and that means that you're also very destructive, toxic, and unhappy. So more lighter, more high spiritual means also more reflective, reflective to yourself, little bit softer towards yourself, but also softer towards the external world. And that is righteousness, and you do it too much leads to radicalism, and that makes you mad. So if you're going into one frame, one view constantly, you become mad, and that is the start of all the wars. The wars are starting mostly with fear and madness of the political top of a country or a land or a region who are becoming mentally crazy. Page 43, from boredom to godliness. I am never bored anymore. I was in my youth a lot of times bored. From boredom, you going in excessive reading or excessive learning or excessive training or gym or sport. So you go into overtraining activities to avoid boredom. So a lot of people in the matrix are their activities, they're entertaining, going to the casino, going to movies, going partying is an escapism, is an avoiding boredom ritual. So think about your life yourself, or are you going to your friends because you like it so much to be there by them, or you go to house parties because you are forced to be there because you're afraid to fall out of the group? Are you having a lot of fun? I'm okay with it, but is it an escapism to not feel bored, or is it really, really plus to be there? So think about the activities what you're doing. Is it in plus, or is it avoiding from boredom in your life? And if you find godliness, if you're aligned with your seven chakras, if you're constantly there with your mind, and then all the outer activities are always good or always nice, you can always enjoy the outer activities. There's no boredom anymore because you're living in ecstaticness, you're living in peacefulness, you're living there, and then everything is okay. There's totally no boredom anymore, and you enjoy every little moment there is in your day. So I am not avoiding boredom in my life. I enjoy the activities what I do in the fullest. So I enjoy in the fullest because my inner war is mostly dissolved. Only when I'm tired, the ego is taking over. But I try to avoid tiredness so much because all my schedule is changed, right? I don't have to work 8 or 9 hours in a row anymore because I changed my matrix schedule in an above matrix life schedule. So avoiding tiredness is also avoiding that the ego is taking over and your inner war arises. So no inner war anymore means also that there is no hectical anti boredom behavior. Page 90. Always, if you go to mediocre teachers into spirituality, or if you're reading mediocre books, always they say materialism is bad. So that's the first thing I heard from a teacher here. Don't go for materialism. It's not important. But I like to have my Hugo Boss jacket because it's from high quality and it's avoiding rain. And I have the jacket already 4 or 5 years and it's still working out, right? So I love my Hugo Boss jacket. I love it so much because it's from high quality. So when I read or show about materialism, what goes hand in hand with spirituality, it is one way direction. You can really love materialism. You can really love a beautiful car with people. The architecture of the cars or have attention to make the beautiful shapes of the car. I like to go on luxury holidays to 5-star hotels because I love the rooms, I love the beds, I can enjoy materialism. So the advice is here, and that's against the so called suffering, anti materialism, spiritual people. Um, it's also blocking your energy towards enjoying your life, right? And that's where spirituality is going on. Spirituality is about enjoying your life so much that you're really into the chakra awakenings and into life so much. And materialism is something beautiful, I think, to explore, experience, but not becoming addicted to it and addicted to more and more. I think there is more the danger in materialism is that you have your one beautiful car, your one beautiful house, and then you want to have a second one, a third one, a fifth one, and so on and so on, and then you're addicted to materialism. And at a certain moment, I have enough, and I can enjoy only one jacket, maybe two jackets I have here. I enjoy my uh, two expensive jackets, so that's also enough there. So materialism, and that's what Ursula is writing down in page 19, is something to go through. Through materialism, explore it, um, be grateful for your materialism, be thankful for what an organization or your own business putting you on your bank account. So that you're happy there, that you're happy on your bank account, that you're saying that you're grateful for it, for your money. So not rejecting money as a principle, but see it as energy. So see money as energy, what you can do nice things with, and not falling into anti-boredom activities there, right? If we make the link to the last subject. So go through materialism and be grateful for what is coming on your way. Page 235. The physical body has an end. Yes, yes. You were identified in the matrix with your body. So your body is you, your study is you, your work is you. You probably are a member of a family that is you. You were going to a nice university or a nice school, that's you. So your identity is kind of shaped by the matrix, right? So the matrix influenced you. So how you see yourself is a fragmentizing human being. You are fragmentized by different identities who were coupling into one person. And if you're a second border, you're going into a new dimension. You're going into spirituality, and you're going into the crystallization inner body revolution. Then all that identities disappear. That will be refreshed from the sins from the past. So all the identities will be gone, and you're moving towards one spiritual identity, and that is chakra awakenings, chakra activations. Your 7 chakra activations will be explore and will be feeling in your body. So the crystallization is coming to you, and that will be your ultimate identity, your last identity here on earth. You are feeling yourself already in heaven. You explore heavenly, out of time, out of space, dimensional chakra activations and feelings of ecstaticness. So your last identity here on earth will be a heavenly identity. That is your last identity. So a new growing up mechanism when you step outside the matrix conditionings and outside the matrix systems will be available for you. Like going through materialism is the same as going through the matrix and stepping out uncertain moment from the system, then also there comes hopeful people on your path who can help you towards the heavenly identity. So the heavenly identity will disappear. The physical identity, the outside looking identity, um, the identity from the past, the ego positionalities. Oh, I studied law. I'm a law student. Oh, I work in a good firm. So all those ego positionalities will be disappearing for something more and more beautiful and something more lovely to experience. So your physical body is coming to an end, and your crystal body is coming on place. That is the last thing I want to say in this new spiritual video. Thank you for watching, and I see you by the next one. Bye bye.